Hi everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. You're in the kitchen with KK. So we're just having fun here, making nutrient-dense meals that are designed to heal your body. I'm a functional integrative health coach, which means we get to the root cause of disease. And today, over 90% is caused from diet and lifestyle. So I put years of study into the science of food, bioenergetics of food, designed a cookbook around that, help people understand, just have more reverence for the power that food has. This is fantastic. We're going to be celebrating International Carrot Day, April the 4th. Go figure. How did they come up with April the 4th? What I love about it is that at least they're in the right season. This is liver gallbladder season, and the liver loves carrots. The beta carotene gets converted to vitamin A in the liver, a powerful, powerful antioxidant. Years ago, maybe 4 years ago on my channel, I have an episode on avoiding healing preventative care for what type of cancer? Prostate cancer. That would be this papaya, um, red cabbage carrot salad. So I have my liver love carrot salad. I wrote a book, Simple Cooking for Vitality, many different carrot uses in here. Carrots are phenomenal because they're naturally sweet. It's a way for helping people that have a sweet tooth to get past that with some sweeter veggies. Children, I've always loved carrots since I was a kid, but I got to pull them out of my garden. Big, big, huge difference. That's why I know the difference between Warden Farms carrots that were just pulled out of the ground a week ago and Cal Organic carrots. There is a difference in the vibration. So this papaya coleslaw here, I'm not going to use white cabbage. I love cabbages. We're using this bright, freaking gorgeous red purple cabbage. So you're getting massive amounts of anthocyanins. Those are powerful antioxidants. You know, colors is what you need. I put on this bright shirt just for this occasion here. So papaya as well. Let's get on my apron. Oh, well, I just want to show you one more thing. Yeah, so 2 years ago, I know that there's the liver love carrot salad. I might re-highlight that. So I know that's on my channel. The carrot ginger soup, all delicious, amazing ways to utilize carrots. And when you're prepping your carrots, prep extra, make little carrot sticks. Sometimes pets like carrot sticks as well as kids, adults, you have them ready to go for you. So let's get dressed up here and let's have a go at this. Super fun. You know, I just deal with real food, and yep, you got to do a little work to make it, but I make it super easy, showing you how. And you definitely will get a lot of bang for your buck if you get yourself a food processor. You need to. I'm going to show you how to use one quickly. Otherwise, you're going to use a grater to do your carrots. And I had to do that growing up, but now that I don't have to, it's great. So I'm going to save these carrots because I'm going to do some juicing. I have I call it the clever carrot juice. So it's lots of carrots. You need a bushel of carrots to make fresh cold pressed carrot juice. That's why why you spend $15 for a bottle of it. I put in ginger root. I put in turmeric. I do put in a green apple. We need to get a little more juice in there. And what else? A little bit of cinnamon on top when it's done, and a lemon. It is an amazing juice. Your liver loves it. Now, how is juicing different? No fiber in there. So it goes right into your bloodstream. Zero work for your body. That's why when a person is ill or recovering, has a disease, we want the body to heal with little effort. Okay, so these carrots, I used to pull them out of my garden, rinse them off in the hose, and just eat them. Phenomenal. You can taste the difference of a fresh organic farmer's carrots. They're more tender as well. So I like to use the bigger ones here. And lately, the carrots in the store have been a little bit skinny. So you got to peel a whole bunch of carrots to get anything done here. So let's we're gonna put these into the hopper. Now, this blade has got two. It's got a regular shred and it's got a fine shred. If you need fine shredded carrots, like for taco or a wrap, or my chickpea mock tuna salad, I use that to get them in there. That's great, but we're going to use regular. We're going to use the regular blade here, and it's super simple. You load it up and you press go. So get it loaded up again. I don't need a ton of this, but I am going to be making it for my upcoming seasonal supper club, so I will be doing a lot. So, little story. I made my first wedding cake, which was actually a carrot cake, paleo version carrot cake, with lots of eggs and coconut flour. And that is in my book. I'll just show you a picture of it. Uh, it was the guy who wrote the forward of my book. There's the cake. So carrot cake does not have to have heavy sugar cream cheese frosting to do amazingness with your body. That that cake, oh my God, was amazing. And with the pineapple in it. So I carried, it must have weighed like at least 50 pounds. I'm going to save these little extra pieces here for snacks later. So let's just get the carrots into the bowl. It's really nice to have these metal prep bowls. They're lightweight, easy to wash, don't break if they fall on the floor. Then you can always use your glass containers with covers for storage, or I'm going to bring some of this salad to a friend tomorrow. I'm eating in the morning. She does my facials and she loves my food. And oftentimes she doesn't get to bring stuff. So I'm going to share that with her. And it makes really great meal prep as well. So you just don't put the dressing on until you're ready to use it. Now we're going to use the blade. So already we have orange and purple, fantastic colors, right? Bright and lovely. Now the blade adjustment on here is on the bottom. So I don't want to go all the way to 0. I'm just going to go to 2 because I want this kind of fine against the carrot so that the orange, the purple cabbage is not overweighing this. Okay, so purple cabbage, here we go. The cabbage, this stores really well in the fridge. Don't leave it too long, but if you do, just slice off. If it gets dark, just slice it off. So I slice this a lot by hand, and that would be you just use your knife and go very, very fine. But if you put it in here, you're going to save yourself time. And unless you find this to be meditative like I do, but that's how I grew up making this kind of cabbage salad was that way. So we're just going to feed it in there. So this red cabbage and all cabbages are great for your digestive system, which is wonderful. Okay, we have to pause. And somehow I got a piece of it stuck in there. Oh gosh, that is okay. So make sure something doesn't get in between this and the spine because it could get stuck. Anyhow, that was funny. I doctored it up pretty quickly here. Let's put all these pieces back in. So yeah, so you just want to make sure it's cut to fit in there so you're not jamming it down like I was. Messed it up. Okay. So I'll clean up this top after it's laid out. So you might find some pieces. When you do it in here, it's not quite the same as when you do it by hand, but it's going to be nice and fine. I might have a little bit too much. So let's just I'm going to save some of this out. I hope you love my taco meat, National Pecan Day. So I had those tacos today. So amazing with chopped up cabbages. All right, fantastic. Let's put this to the side. I'll save the rest of that cabbage. So you see, it doesn't take much cabbage to make all of this. We got the base going. We're going to get herbs in there. This is fresh papaya that I had frozen. Fresh papaya, if you want to add it in there, and kids would love it, you want the firm pieces and you want them small. I'm going to add it to the dressing. So now the dressing will be bursting with papaya. Papaya is a low glycemic fruit, under the 60 whatever calculation. So, but it's loaded with papain, which is naturally anti-inflammatory. It is in I believe it's in the circulatory system, but the papain, naturally anti-inflammatory, along with pineapple bromelain. So these two things, that's why I make a delicious, what do you call it, sorbet with just those and nothing else. Sprinkle on a little bit of cinnamon. You can add a little bit of coconut milk, just a little bit to cream it out a little bit. So we're going to add those to the dressing. But what we're going to put in right now is some fennel, and the fennel bulbs. Sorry. I know we got to get this organized here. I want you to see the board. The stalks of the fennel are perfect for salads, whereas the bulb is really great for, I have a chicken recipe and that's really delicious, a little bit slightly sweet. We have that little bit of anise flavor. And some of the nice fronds you can put in there because we're going to add those like an herb. You can chop up some of those. You don't need a ton of them. But these small, sweet pieces are going to be great in the salad. So let's get these in here, save those out, and just stack them up like logs of wood. And then just slice them really, really thin with a sharp knife. I like the Sentuco knife for this. The chef's knife's a little thick. This is a nice, thin, sharp blade. Go through the whole thing. But nice little sliced thin pieces. Not chopped, but sliced. Don't forget your board scraper. All right, so that's going to add in some great flavor and texture. Now the herbs. Your choice on the herbs, definitely parsley. We want parsley in there. This is all that I have left of my fresh parsley from the farmer's market this week. That's why I load up every single week and I use it really quickly. I use it in my smoothies. I use it in dressing, salads, topping, a whole bunch of stuff when I'm meal prepping for clients. So a good amount of parsley. Parsley has obviously natural, what you smell, when you smell, that smell is the antioxidants, those plant compounds. But parsley natural diuretic feature, I really, really like because you do want to clear out from your urine. It's a way to remove toxins naturally from the body. And sometimes people are not drinking enough water. They get dehydrated. They're not clearing out. Also, if you have a mini trampoline, I suggest you get one. It's one of the simplest ways to stimulate your lymphatic system. Obviously, walking helps with circulation through the calf muscles. However, you definitely will benefit just from 5 to 6 minutes on that mini trampoline. Excellent for your preventative care. That's what we're all about here, right? We're eating clean, preventative care. We're sleeping, getting enough hydration. I have very little of my cilantro left. So I might just slice off a little bit here. We're at the very end, just so I get a little flavor in there because I made my dressing. I have used it for a lot of different things. I put it into a blueberry smoothie. So nice rough chop cilantro. I put it onto my tacos today. Fantastic. This is how you're getting nutrients in your body throughout the day. And this is where you miss out in most restaurants of not doing all of this for you that you can do. Look at this salad already. Phenomenal. All right. So that is done. And let's put this to the side. We are going to make the dressing now. This over here. So for the dressing, very simple. We're using two forms of acid, lemon and a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And then we're using an organic mustard. This is an organic spicy brown. You can use a Dijon or a spicy brown, it's fine. And a good high quality single source, first cold press, cold olive ranch. I like olive ranch for the olive oil here. First cold press olive oil. And here's a little blender. We know you've seen me use my magic bullet before. It works phenomenal. So let's get the lemon. Very simple. I prefer to use lemon, fresh lemon, as an acid. Apple cider vinegar is going to be very strong, totally different profile. Lemons are still my first thing I do in the morning. I hope you are too. Even if you just do a half of a lemon in water, you are re-alkalining your body and you're helping the liver do the job that it's been working on, finish up, been working all night for you. So get at least a teaspoon in there. We'll clean this up. A teaspoon or so of this apple cider vinegar. I like to shake it because it is the mother here at the bottom. I only buy the Bragg's version. Don't buy one that's, you want the mother in the bottom. You want the good stuff. So I just buy the Bragg's. There's about a teaspoon there. You can't screw up the dressings. So for acid to oil, about 1 to 1. So about the same amount. If you want to, if it's a little brighter, you have a little bit more acid. Now, and then we're going to get the antioxidant, beautiful things in there. The liver loves everything here. Shallot. I'm putting in a good amount, at least 2 cloves of garlic into this, good size ones. This is a shallot. I always have them around. I'm using them a lot. So this would be at least about a tablespoon. So the good thing with your blender is you're not having to chop anything. The blender blade's going to do it for you. Super fun. Just put it in there like it's a little project and press and go. Now, let's blend this first, then we'll put the papaya in. All right. Okay, so we don't need to add any water yet because let's get some of this papaya. You need at least a 1/4 cup. That's from my frozen stash. I keep a lot of good stuff frozen. I'm cutting up 2 pineapples. I always have that frozen. Pineapple is a great blend to blend out the bitter greens that I always talk about, the dandelion greens. So now let's get the papaya in there. Yeah, it's creamy. It's going to be light orange. Look at that. Amazing. What does it need? Anything? Wow, it's delicious, guys. Super delicious. It looks like a creamsicle. Now that's awesome. Okay, so I don't want to dress the whole thing right now because I'm not going to eat it. But let's toss this around. I'm not going to eat it yet. Okay. Look how gorgeous this is. Green, orange, and purple. Yes. So oftentimes, men, you know who you are. You're not getting any veggies. You're eating animal protein, potatoes, you know. So The prostate needs antioxidants. Antioxidants are your cells' bodyguards, and that's why, and the cruciferous vegetables, that's why they're tumor preventative. They help out the liver. The liver has to be strong to help us clear out toxic estrogens and other things like that. So salad, fantastic, gorgeous, amazing. I'm going to put this in a small bowl and mix it up, and then we'll be right back. All right, stay with me. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Okay, just a couple more features and we are set. You know, all I want to do is inspire you here, educate you, show you how easy and how important it is to make food at home. What did we forget for the herbs? I have dill. I did not add dill in. Dill is so fresh and amazing. It's good to keep that with the mix. As soon as you cut through this, you smell the natural herbs, herb oil, and those oils are where the antioxidants are and those healing properties are. Get the dill in there. So you get your choice. If you even want to add basil to that instead of dill, great. But I definitely recommend, of course, at least the parsley in there. Now this creamsicle delicious dressing, wow, that is going to wow. And if you have to add a few chunks in there of papaya to get the kids to eat it, great. But the color of all this is just phenomenal. So we're going to get some in a bowl. Now, what we're also going to add in, here's a great add-in for this. So I have fresh ground pumpkin seed. It adds in natural protein. But when they're ground up, it adds a little bit of texture, but not like something that you have to chew too much. Sometimes people, with their guts the way they are, if they're not chewing their seeds, it can be a little bit detrimental. So you can just add it to the top. I add the fresh ground pumpkin seed a lot to my salads. So it doesn't change, gives it a little bit of texture. Now let's drizzle some of this gorgeous dressing on here. A lot of papaya in there. It's amazing. So I'm going to eat this small amount here. And I'm going to save that. So you can add in the pumpkin seed either when you serve it or before. Look how great this is looking. Now, I did not add any sea salt. You can add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of cracked fresh pepper. Your flavor profile here is going to wow you. It really is. So mix this for you guy with like maybe a bison venison slider or my apple sage turkey burgers, which are in the book in the heart section. Just many ways, but with animal proteins, just realize they are acid forming in the body. However, they do provide good amount of nutrients as long as you can break down that animal protein. But it's really great to pair it with some raw, delicious antioxidants as we're getting into the spring and summer. This type of food is phenomenal. After winter with the slow cook, long, slow, you want fresh, bright, lots of antioxidants and nurturing that liver. So happy International Carrot Day. Even our dressing is in the theme of carrots. So I hope you enjoyed that. Bye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Thanks for tuning in and sticking here in the kitchen with KK. Have a great night. Bye-bye.